looks like it's that time of year again. Welcome to Comically Comics, your one-stop listening for all things comics. I'm talking books, movies, TV shows, video games, and more. I have to forewarn you, though, we are a spoiler cast, and what that means is that we will spoil the hell out of it. I am your host, and with my other three victims, Michael, Richard, and Jeremy, we bring you a tale, and with all that being said, let's get things started.
All right, it is October 19th, and we're back for our 4th annual podcast of horror. Yeah. All right, this time we've done witches our first time around. We've done Marvel Zombies. We've done what was it? Was it Batman?
Long Halloween.
No. Was it Batman Long Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of in the name. Yeah. Okay. So if you are in the mood to go and listen to any of those, there you go. Those are out there. Just check them out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But we're back to indies, and we're doing I have not heard really anybody talk bad about this first volume, but Something is Killing the Children by James Tynion, and art by Werther
del.
You went V. You went Werther.
That's supposedly how, fucking Google and ChatGPT says to pronounce it.
Del Eldera?
Del
Edera?
I even have it phonetically spelled, and it's even hard. Del Indora. Yeah, or no, Edera. Sorry.
Edera.
The text is so small, it looks like an N to my old eyes.
Well, there you go. We'll give credit where credit is due, the best of our abilities.
He's Italian.
Yes. So, Jeremy, this first volume here, it's got 5 issues. Kind of leads you into this whole story. What's your whelming of this book?
I will say that I'm just whelmed. It was, I don't know, it was at times a little jumpy to different parts. I don't know, it was just kind of, for me, I would kind of have to take a second, like, okay, wait, so we moved either forward in time or a little backward and things like that, and I wasn't real crazy about the art style. It wasn't like it was bad, it's just not necessarily my forte of that kind of art style. So yeah, like I said, and also I didn't feel like there was a lot of, well, this is gonna sound, there wasn't a lot of meat to the story. So I don't know, and it just didn't give you any kind of it didn't really give any kind of background much or anything like that. So I don't know, it definitely left it to where you, in some ways, maybe want to know more, but for me, I'm not that interested in it to where I'm gonna read the rest of them.
Oh, wow. Okay. Richard, what is your whelming?
Yeah, for these first 5 issues, I was whelmed.
Okay.
Dare I say underly whelmed.
Oh.
But that being said, I'm now on issue 28, I think. And that arc that I'm now part of is so fucking good.
Really?
Yeah. It's dealing with another monster type, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it's really good. But because of that, I have to, these first 5 issues, I don't think could lock anybody in my opinion, because it's just so slowly paced. This whole Archer's Peak arc wraps up by issue 15. Anyway, I'm getting into the whole nitty-gritty, but my whelming is, I'll say I'm whelmed.
Okay. I mean, they did lock you in enough to read to issue 20 something.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's because I'm just like compulsive when I when I read like a story and I'm like, well, what's up with these guys? And it doesn't get answered. I'm like, well, fuck, now I've got to read all this to like figure it out. And then that got answered, and then I got to a part of the story that I'm like, okay, this is actually really cool and interesting.
Huh. Well, all right then. I feel like I heard a lot of people jumping off, like as the story went on.
I'm curious to know where that is, because right
Yeah.
now this is the most interesting part for me.
Okay, cool. I've got to echo a lot of the same stuff. Like, for me, I was just whelmed. I guess I'm kind of interested to maybe keep going. It is like a fairly easy read, as most, I feel like most indie modern books are. And the artwork is like, I feel like it's okay to good in certain spots, and then other spots I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I didn't even mention the art, but yeah, I'm kind of meh on the art as well.
Yeah, like it gets the point across, and it's not horrible, but like the main character, Erica Slaughter, I'm like, I feel like they did a bad job on her. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, there were times where like the way they drew her, she looked like surprised or something. I was like, but she's not. Like, I don't know. Like, it just, the way they drew her eyes did not match up to what, like, at least the way I was reading what she was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't explained that, but like people keep mentioning how she's got like big old eyes, and I'm like, is that something that's gonna get explained? But so far it's just like, nope, she just has big old eyes.
Just got big eyes. And she does her makeup like she's in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
With just really heavy, dark eyeliner around those eyes. I'm like,
I don't
chick.
think those are eyeliner. I think she doesn't sleep, or she barely sleeps.
That would probably make more sense, but that's not what I got.
Yeah. Well, someone... you know what? I don't even know. I don't even know if that's mentioned in this. Maybe I'm thinking of the issues I read past, but someone mentioned something about like splashing some water on your face to like get rid of those like bags under his eyes.
Yeah, that was on this one.
Yeah.
Got you. I must have missed that. All right, cool. Issue 1. They go by chapters. So chapter 1 is the start of this. We meet a kid by the name of James, and he's having a sleepover with some guys. Then we jump to him being interrogated, which is pretty insane. More jumps like Jeremy was talking about. Now we go to Erica Slaughter. She looks like she's got a buddy in the form of a little kid, but their eyes busted out, just sitting in a wagon, ready to flyer. Cut back to James, and we've got his story of like how he's been blamed for these kids being murdered. Erica comes into town, and we get the full story of like what happened to James at the sleepover, how they went outside, they go find this monster that they were talking about, and the monster actually being real, and we seen the monster. So I feel like it was pretty freaking graphic. Like, they did a good job as far as like a horror story being graphic, and when it was time, I guess.
Yes, absolutely agreed.
Yeah, I agree too. And then just like it definitely being a shock, like to see it, like it just, you weren't necessarily expecting it. So yeah, it was, that part of it was pretty good.
Yeah, when he's recounting his events of what happened, like what he actually saw, because like we don't, originally when he's telling the police officer, he's just like, oh, I just found them dead. And then when Erica meets the boy, he's like, or she tells him, she's like, what did you really see? I need to know. And then we get the recounting of that, and it's fucking gory as fuck. There's one part where like one of the kids that he meets upon is like missing his lower jaw, and he's trying to say help me.
And it's terrible.
And then the monster just like it's just like he's just choking on his own blood, and then the monster just like comes up and like stabs him with his leg and then tears him in half. I was just like, oh fuck. Like, I know that, I mean, in the title of the book, something is killing the children, but like, I did not expect it to be that graphic.
Quite literally, something is killing the children.
Well, I'll get into more, like, I think there's also a play on words. Like, I'll get into that by the end of this, but
Okay, I'm interested. Yeah. I'm not like James in this issue is like I'm interested to hear his story, but then by the time I get at the end, like I'm kind of done with James. And I don't really care about his character anymore. He just seems more annoying as we go on throughout the rest of these chapters. Do you feel differently?
yeah, James was fine. It's the brother of the sister that works at Applebee's. Tommy. I know he's not in this issue, but he's so fucking annoying to me.
Oh no, yeah, Tommy's a big dumbass.
I will say, going back on the part where it sets it up, where the kids, that hooked me as far as like, okay, I think I'm gonna like this. Where the kids are playing Truth or Dare, and then it does like a very, like, almost, if this was like a movie, a cinematic, like, hard cut, but keeping the same, like, his face in the same frame.
Oh yeah,
And then it being he's in an interrogation room covered in blood.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck, like that caught me. But then as we went on, I was like, okay, I don't care. Like, what killed the children?
Did either one of y'all have any kind of inkling about the there actually being monsters in this universe before we get to the last page? Like, did y'all hear people talk about this book or anything like that beforehand?
I've heard you two talk about it.
I did, yeah. I had heard that the premise is like there are like monsters that adults can't see but children can. And
Okay.
then there's this like main character that kills the monsters. That's all. That's
Gotcha.
basically all I know about it, or
Gotcha.
knew
I
about it.
think
Yeah, the only thing I knew about was the being able to hear Jingle Bell or not.
what's funny? No. What's funny is I thought of the same thing, Jeremy. I'm like on the same page with you.
I am
That's
so
hilarious.
confused right now. What are y'all talking about?
Polar Express.
Polar Express.
Okay, so in the Polar Express, which honestly, I was going to save this for later, but in the Polar Express, there's a bell, and if you like know and believe in Santa, then you can hear this bell. But as you get older, the
you
knowing and
forget
the
it?
believing, you can't hear the bell anymore.
Okay.
And to the parents, it's just a broken bell.
Mm.
Kind of like in this,
Yeah.
kids know of monsters, they believe in them, and so they can see the monsters. That's one of the big spins of this book. But parents or adults cannot see these monsters unless they have a serum.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can in this story they can see them if they get. That's the one thing that
stabbed in the head.
Yeah, that's the one thing that hasn't quite been flushed out in the comic as far as I've read, but I think they embed some kind of gold in their head. I think that thing she pulled out, and anyway, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. But,
Yeah.
I was going to say that's the last issue.
and I really kind of wish we had all read issue 15, because that kind of explains everything. It isn't just that the children can see monsters. The children manifest the monsters.
Yes.
They
Really?
That's what I'd heard.
Yeah. So these monsters are created by like the kid's fear and anxiety or something. And in this case, I'm not going to say who the kid is because I don't want to spoil, but the kid that created this monster, it was just his general anxiety and fear of just, the darkness, if you will. So that's why it creates this supposedly called like Obscura type, which doesn't really have a general shape. They're usually just like weird shadow creatures, and you can't kill them unless they're eating or attacking, because most of the time they're just like smoke monsters.
Oh, wow. That's some invulnerability right there.
Yeah, they're up there with
Almost.
being like some of the deadliest monsters that this organization comes across.
Almost Moon Knight-esque.
Poor Moon Knight. Yeah, I think the big takeaways from issue 1 are just meeting James, meeting Erica, realizing that monsters are real, and she's there to help this town out and get rid of this monster who's been just going around town killing kids, It style. Like, there's just all kinds of kids just missing. So, outside of that, I mean, I really don't have much else to say about the issue.
Yeah. I did, like I always do with all the comics, I have just piffy little comments where at one point she's talking with James and she's wearing like a trench coat, or she's not a trench coat, she's wearing a jacket, but it's got one of those like high collars where you can like hide your face. And I'm like, is she a fucking ninja? What is she? Right. And then there's another shot of her, and I that's why I assumed something was up with her eyes, because I was just like, those are some huge fucking eyes that they drew on her.
Yeah.
Like, it's very like, I don't know, like Battle Angel Alita, like it's like ginormous eyes.
Yes. That's funny. Yeah, no, they're massive.
But yeah, anyway, that is basically I have for issue 1.
Jeremy?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. That's all I have.
On to chapter 2, we meet Tommy Mahoney,
Yeah, Mahoney.
in this issue. I'm sorry?
Yes, I was just confirming.
Oh,
Mahoney. Sorry.
He is a manager at the local Applebee's, it seems like, just doing his life.
No, wait. The legally distinct apple beams.
Beams. Yes, I apologize. I apologize. I honestly, I don't think I noticed that. Noticed that. Good grief. However, we do find out that his sister is one that has gone missing, Sophie. And what?
You and your words, right?
They're horrible. They're horrible tonight. We also get to see this doll. It's an octopus-shaped doll, and Erica has like some kind of real attachment to this doll and is talking to it, and it seems to be talking back. And so we get a little bit more into that as the issue goes on, especially there at the end.
Yeah.
We find out here as well that I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, it's like, hey, it's Wednesday. Nobody
Like the date?
No. No, nobody. The Netflix show, Wednesday. From the Adam. Yeah.
Jeremy's dying up here.
Yeah.
He's floundering.
Oh, that fell real flat. Nobody apparently. Neither one of you watched that, so. Wednesday. Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family and Thing.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So okay. It's a popular show. Some people watch it.
I've actually seen season 1, but I have no idea what you're referring. You're talking about Thing? Thing and Octo don't look anything alike.
It's just some like little thing just sitting there though. Like little tentacles.
One of them's an octopus, the other's a severed hand.
Well, yeah, but then you get like this picture of like, well, is it one of his little tentacles like chopped off or something? It's not chopped off, but like.
Jeremy's just.
All right, guys, let's see you on Wednesday. Apparently,
Yeah.
You know my disgust with Netflix. What makes you think that I would watch Wednesday?
You're not gonna like the news I have for this series.
Right? No, I know. Yeah, I know. That's funny. So back to the comic book. We get a big thing revealed where Tommy goes out to his car to go to Applebee's for his job to hand out some more flyers for Sophie, his sister, and the freaking monster's right there in his car.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But he makes the Applebee's
Staring at him in his face.
right? Freaking drooling blood and everything. That caught my attention because I was like, he can't see it, so it's like he gonna go ahead and get got. But then nothing. Like he just goes to work.
Yep.
And it's like there's nothing. It's like I don't even know that he's impregnated, like alien style. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like
Yeah.
No.
That's what I figured you were talking about, like alien. I'm like, they're not xenomorphs.
At least you got that.
Yeah, I think this
Unlike
is just
Wednesday.
I think this is just one of those situations where it's just like classic horror tropes where like the monster's standing there and it's building tension for the viewer, the reader, and and you're like, oh shit, is Tommy gonna die? But he doesn't.
Well, that, and I feel like that they need, like, this is a horror book, or supposed to be, and we're issue 2. And if you don't have that scene there, like, you're not seeing another monster really throughout the rest of this book. You know what I mean? Like, there's a little bit of flashback with Erica when she's asked, have you done this before? And you get, like, 4 panels, it looks like, of her attacking stuff and blood going everywhere. But that's it.
Yeah. I really want to know, because most of the stuff I've seen since I've read ahead, they just use bladed weapons to kill these things. And I'm like, what's the one that she had to use guns on?
Oh, because that does show her. I wonder if that's like, because we find out later on in the book, somebody else used a gun on this monster, and she's like, "You're just making it angry." So apparently, guns have no effect on most of these monsters. So I wonder if that was her learning that.
Yeah, maybe. Could be. I doubt it, just because of how the organization works, but which again doesn't get explained in these first 5 issues.
No. There's really not a whole lot that does get explained. Let's be real.
Yeah, that
on purpose.
I gotta be honest with you. Most people, like when I was reading stuff online about this, most people were comparing it to Witches and saying that this was a better version of Witches. And like, it's not a 1-to-1 comparison. No. But I gotta be honest with you, Witches told a more complete story in fewer issues.
Yeah. No, I gotta agree with you.
I enjoyed Witches more than this.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Now, that being said, I'm really enjoying what I'm reading right now. But like, I had to get all the way to issue like 20 to be that way. Right.
Just to spend $3 to $4 an issue if you're going to do it by floppies. To get to a point where like, ooh, this is getting good.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. It reminded me of Homer just then. Ooh. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. This is one of those that needs to be read in volumes. Like you go to like Barnes and Noble, you buy volume 1, then you buy volume 2, then you buy volume 3, and just read them in giant chunks.
Right. Or if Hoopla was our sponsor, I'd say go there. But they're not, so fuck them until they are.
I like the idea that her means of like staking out whenever she goes to like different towns, she goes to Applebee's because they're like going out of business and no one really goes in them. So she like goes up to Tommy, who at this moment she doesn't know has a sister that's involved with all this, and she's like, hey, can I use that booth? And she's like, I'll pay you $50 if you just let me use that booth. Like, I just need to leave my stuff here.
Right. I won't be long. It's cheaper than a motel.
One of the things that was really bugging me was the octopus. Why I was like, because that does not get explained at all in these 5 issues.
Not even close.
No.
And I was like, my big note for this issue was like, what the fuck is up with the octopus?
Right. Well, and even then, by the end of this series, we talked earlier about people getting the sight to be able to see the monsters and how it kind of gives them like a connection with the guild.
Yeah.
The House of Slaughter or whatever. And all those, you see like almost like an executive desk of like people around it.
Yeah.
And they all have their own little like stuffy in front of them. And you're like, what's the fucking obsession with these little stuffies here? This is this is a weird group.
Yeah. For that, I wrote, I know it's a different issue, but I wrote, it was like, Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight.
Jeremy's like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? This is not on Wednesday. Thundercats! Oh, Jeremy, come on!
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, get the fuck out of here.
I was just thinking they had an obsession with Beanie Babies.
I mean, it could be.
This could be
She's,
the town for vigilante.
Per her driver's license, she is our age, so she would have been around the Benny Baby craze.
Yeah, that's true.
They're coming back
They're gonna come
someday.
back.
Oh man, that's funny. Well, her stay at the Apple Beams gets ruined rather quickly.
Yeah, it really did.
Because
Just gonna set up camp and then never mind.
yeah, like they didn't even get appetizers and
Yeah.
they were already kicked out.
That's what I was about to say. It's like, oh man, could I at least get the sampler trio? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's just mostly like, what's up with the octopus? And again, I was like, what the fuck is up with her eyes?
Let's talk about this octopus. You've read on.
Yes.
So please educate us, the audience, everybody, about the octopus.
Okay, so big spoilers, at least for the octopus. The octopus has the spirit of the monster who murdered her mom and dad and best friend embedded into her favorite stuffed animal. And
Wow.
everyone who is part of this organization, the Order of St. George, there's different houses. She's part of the house called the House of Slaughter. There are different houses. Another house that I'm currently dealing with is called the House of Cutter. But anyway, not all of them have monsters imbued into their dolls that killed their family, but some strong hunters have the ones that killed. Like, that's how it originally was done. I'll probably go off podcast and explain it more because I don't want to spoil like a ton of stuff for our listeners.
Yeah.
In case they are intrigued by this and want to read it. But for the layman's terms of it is that this monster Octo was a same Obscura type that she is fighting currently in this 5 issues.
Mm-hmm.
And it killed her parents and her best friend. And then a hunter showed up, and Erica is such a badass that she was actually like, she had almost killed this monster herself. And then they did this little ritual that like sealed the monster into her doll.
Oh.
So
It's
is
like
it
a parting gift.
is it supposed to be kind of like helping her now?
It reluctantly helps them. They are supposed, the whole reason why the hunters do this is to help them when they're out in the field hunting monsters. It can give them some intel. I don't know about the other ones, but hers in particular is kind of an asshole that tries to get her killed constantly.
Oh, okay. So that kind of explains too, like why it kind of pushed James to go into the cave.
Yeah.
Too.
Matter of fact, in the recent issue that I just read, they're dealing with another monster, another kid, and she's explaining to that kid, like, don't listen to the octopus. It is trying to get you killed because it can't kill anybody, and it still wants to like witness murders and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I do feel like they did good with the artwork as far as the doll goes, because like even though it's got like a zipper or something for a mouth,
Mm-hmm.
like it does have facial expressions if you look in the panels.
Yes.
Like at the very end of the book, which I know we're skipping ahead, but we've been doing that all episode. Anyway.
Yeah.
So at the very end of the book, there's something that happens, and it seems like the monster inside the octopus is kind of like happy with itself until Erica comes back and grabs it in the bag, and the face goes from like this smirk to like, oh no.
Oh.
That's so funny.
I do like the art for Octo, I guess is his name. That
Yeah.
I don't know yet. This hasn't been explained, but originally in the flashback where we see, because after you're done with issue 15, the next like 10 issues is the origin of Erica Slaughter. We see her as a little kid, and then how she gets recruited into this order and all this stuff. It was one of those weird like shadowy monsters, and then after it gets put into the totem, the little doll, it then looks like this weird like, I don't know, like evil elf octopus plant creature.
So it like straight up changed the doll. as well.
No, the dolls still look the same. I'm talking about that image at the end of this issue where it's like glowing yellow and you see that it's got like tentacles like an octopus, and then it's got this weird like, I don't know, like plant mouth, like Venus flytrap mouth, and then its upper half is like an elf creature.
Yeah. It almost looks like a mermaid and an octopus mixed together.
Yeah, there you go. Octopus.
Yeah.
That didn't sound good. That sounded better in my head.
I could keep going with that, but I'm not. All right, did we cover this chapter good?
Yeah.
I do want to say that towards the end of the chapter, because she's gotten kicked out of Applebeam, she's in a motel, and they've called the cops on her. They being like Tommy and his like assistant and stuff, and so they've led the cops to her at the motel, and the cops go and pick her up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Chapter 3, we start off with some more horror. I think this is kind of what bothered me about it, is that we would start the book with like something kind of exciting of like, you know, Tommy, the monster coming up on Tommy, and then we've got this one right here where our little girl is in a house, and it looks like everybody in her house is getting slaughtered, and she's just trying to survive kind of deal. And then we jump to some old guy that I don't even know. He's in a bar.
Yeah, like that that has no payoff other than he's the guy that sells the chainsaw to her in the next issue.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But like there's no payoff. Like we just learned that he's like a drunk that, I don't know, like I thought maybe one of his kids died, but I think
that's what I was wondering.
But the way he talks about it is, no, his son just like stepped up when his father couldn't or something like that. So he's just like a sad old drunk at the bar, and it's just a weird like, why is this in here?
Yeah, it looks like page filler is all it is.
Yeah.
And it's not even, it's like 3 pages. Like we couldn't have done something else, because after that it's just Erica getting interrogated with basically like lines of, do you know who I am? You know, because somebody's gonna call and get her out anyways. She gets out, they meet up with James, and we're off to go get tools. And that's it. That's the issue.
Yeah. Honestly, the first part is what I like, which was just the gore, and where the little girl like snaps her wrist and like the bone is protruding out. It's just like, ugh.
Right? No, that's a pretty horrific like 3 pages.
Yeah.
Not even 3. No, 2 pages. 2 pages.
It's 2 pages.
Yeah, one's just a page of her sitting in the corner or in a closet. Like, I think it's here. It's when I started getting pissed off.
I think she's supposed to be. Is she the girl that? Anyway, we'll talk about it when we get to that final issue.
That would be a good payoff.
I think that's who that's supposed to be, because she has that line across her face.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Chapter 4.
Yeah, like literally, I had nothing for issue 3.
I just assumed, because I was like, "There's nothing here." Like what? We're at the House Depot, not Home Depot. House Depot. I did notice that.
I was like, I love these legally distinct businesses that they have here.
Erica and James are just buying sharp, pointy things. They plan on doing damage. And Erica wants the most unsafe chainsaw that they have, while while Drunky Joe here is like, "Ma'am, you really don't want this chainsaw?" And she's like, "No, I absolutely do. You have no idea." We meet up with Tommy once again, who goes and finds his deadbeat dad and gets his gun off him, because what else do you do with deadbeat dads? You go get their guns.
Don't get guns from your deadbeat dads, kids. I have to put that as a legal disclaimer. Don't go get your guns.
Don't go get any guns. Don't get any guns or sharp, pointy things. Nobody. God bless. And then I don't even know who this other person is that's talking to the sheriff that we meet in the issue prior to this. Is that his brother?
It's his brother, the coroner.
Okay. Erica and James go all the way off into the woods. Tommy knocks out a cop that's been following them, and Erica then realizes, like, this is not what she thought it was when she gets to the cave of the actual monster. Oh, and then the big reveal at the very end of Erica going into the cave, finding all the dead children. And the monster's behind her, Tommy with a gun. And then
Tommy's got a gun.
Because he's an idiot.
Yes.
Because he's a moron.
When he grabbed the gun, my note was like, Tommy about to do something fucking stupid.
Right.
I believe it or not, this is my favorite issue of the 5 issues.
Really?
Yeah, this one sets everything up. I thought issue 5 was going to be my favorite, but it's kind of just like lackluster. Spoilers for that. I love the whole like them at home or House Depot and they're like shopping for a chainsaw, and the guy's like, you want this good one where, you know, if it won't cut your leg off. He's like, the crappy ones, if you're not careful, it'll cut your leg off. It'll cut through anything and won't even stop. And she's like, I'll take the crappy one. And he's like, ma'am, I don't think you understood. And she's like, I'll take the crappy one. Right. and the little boy that's helping her, James, I think is his name.
Yeah.
He runs up with like a pair of like gardening shears, and he's like, will this one work? And you see they have like the huge grocery shopping cart of like just sharp weapons.
Sharp and pointy.
Yeah.
Anything sharp and pointy, just grab it and throw it in.
And I'm like, if it wasn't for the organization, I was like, they'd be on some sort of FBI list.
Well, like, what do you do with all that stuff at the end?
She just leaves them.
You just donate it? You just leave it?
No, yeah, she from what I've seen, she usually just kills a monster and then leaves all that shit where it is and just moves on.
Well, all right.
God bless. Yeah, Tommy was stupid. I don't know. I just feel like that's a movie trope. You see it all the time in movies and stories where like kids go and do dumb shit like that. So
he does do something honorable by the end of this Archer's Peak like arc. But I'm not going to spoil that. I will tell you all that off podcast. I will not spoil that for our listeners.
Okay. I feel like he did something at least a little bit redeemable here at the end of the 5th issue, but yeah, hopefully he does even more. That'd be great.
Yeah.
The coroner, I didn't get anything out of that. Didn't care. And then their pep talk going into the woods. It's like, okay. Yeah, I really have nothing other than we get to the end of the issue. And you know, it's like go time because she takes the jacket off, she puts the bandana with the teeth smile on it, and she goes in with the green light into the cave.
Y'all don't play this game, but she looks like a character from League of Legends so much. I forget the character's name, but she plays like a ninja. Like, I'll show y'all an image afterwards, but when she puts that bandana on, she looks so much like that character. And I was like, this feels like it's copyright, like infringement.
Even with the teeth?
Yes, especially with the teeth.
Okay, then. Well, apparently the houses have different masks too, if I remember that right, as well.
So each house has a red, a blue, a black, a white, maybe a silver, and a green, and then each different house has those same colors, but their masks are different, at least as far as I can tell. Like House Cutter and House Slaughter, the House Cutter, this person is wearing a mask like a la Daredevil, like over the top of their head and eyes.
Yeah. A cowl.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But like it's covered up, like there are no eye holes.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's like straight up like Frank Miller Daredevil.
Yeah, exactly.
Man without fear Daredevil.
Yeah. But that's it for me for issue 4.
Yeah, I'm good.
To be whelmed, you have such less to say.
I know. It's just, well, I mean, we keep hitting main things, and like I said, there's not necessarily a whole lot to talk about in each
Right.
issue. So.
Yeah. No, I got you. That's funny though. Chapter 5, we catch up with James outside they talked about the smell when they come up, and then we get to chapter 5 and we see James looking off to the side, and there's like a rotting like
Deer
baby
carcass.
deer.
Mhm.
And I'm like, that's like, I think that would be part of the smell, honestly. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sure the monster does smell, and all those carcasses inside the cave smell, but like, there's that deer right there outside. Like, that can't be. How did you get that close and not know it? Let's be real.
So do you think it attacks like baby like animals too, or all the animals?
It attacks children animals. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Something is killing the children animals.
Something is killing the fawns.
That's a very good question that is not answered, but maybe, because it does look like that is a baby deer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, only because it looks like it takes most of its killings back to the cave.
Yeah. Well, that's because it was feeding something that gets
Right.
revealed at the end of this.
Right.
But yeah.
But also,
They also do kill adults as well, now that I think about it, because Erica's parents die,
yeah.
and some other people's parents die in a later story.
Well, that kitten issue 3, that looked like it was like, it didn't look like she was having a sleepover. It looked like her parents were killed as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to say... Anyway, we're about to get to that.
Tommy, of course, he doesn't know what's going on. He wants to haul Erica in. Erica's like, "You're wasting my time. I got to chainsaw this damn monster here. Get the fuck out of the way."
Are you waiting on me?
I didn't know. I set it up, so yeah, I try to give you a little space if you want to push your buttons.
My bad. I thought you were going to talk about after he does the thing that he does, because then she. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, he starts taking shots at the monster, which. Those are so delicious. What is Tommy doing, and why is he doing this?
It's a revolver. He's got to cock it every time. It's not.
It is one of the old little ones. That, like,
Yeah.
Anyways, that apparently pisses the monster off. We've already talked about this. So she winds up taking a chainsaw though to like the belly of this freaking animal. Oh my gosh. This is great. Turns out though that the shots that Tommy fired after Erica kicked his ass got James. Oh man. So now you got a pissed off monster, you got an injured James who's not supposed to be in there to begin with. The octopus told him to go in there, and of course James wanted to help. You got a weirdo Tommy who doesn't know what's going on, and Erica's like, fuck me, I'm just trying to kill a monster here. Let me do my job. Don't tell you got to do your job, Tommy, at Applebee's.
She kind of did though. She's like, "Really? How busy are you?" Like, nah.
So she pops old Tommy with some Horde Gold, like, serum in his temple, which, I'm not gonna lie, that would kind of freak me out too. I'm sitting there, this woman's done kicked my ass, and now she's shooting stuff into my temple, and I'm seeing giant monsters now. Like, yeah, that would that'd freak me out. She peps up Tommy, tells him to drag out. Oh, wait. Apologies. While all this also is happening, a little girl walks out behind a rock, and she's like, "I've been here for a long, long time, and they've killed my sister and everybody." What?
Yeah, that
What?
was so random.
She played dead to survive, but yeah. I think it's the same girl but the mark is on the opposite side now. I thought it was supposed to be the same girl from that previous issue.
Well, the pajamas are different. I will say that.
Yeah, they are different, but they're also tattered. So I assumed maybe it was from the fight with the monster. But yeah, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Her name's Bien, and she has a very small part to play in the next, 10 issues after this.
The next 10? Wow. Okay. Well, I guess that's because you're still in that town for the whole arc.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you. Once the serum is popped into Tommy, this is where he starts to see the guild, for lack of better words, of the different houses and their little beanie babies they got in front of him. He sees the monster now. Erica tells Tommy, "Hey, you got to get Bien, whatever her name is,
Yeah.
out along with James, because James gonna die. He gonna bleed out." And then she starts just kicking ass on the monster.
And then we just... just keeps on going.
Then you hear a random. Just Tommy did something again.
Well, the cop that he pistol whipped, he now needs his help.
Yeah.
In the previous issue, that cop obliges and gets them out of there, wondering what the hell is going on inside the cave. And then we look back, and Erica has gone and gotten her bag, gotten her octopus stuffy, answered a phone call, and is informing the house that, hey, this is not just a nest here. This thing had babies, and the whole town is in danger. And that's how they leave you, hanging.
Yep.
With murderous babies on the loose.
Yep.
That probably kill fawns and maybe just eat them right there. to go back to Jeremy's.
Road snack.
Yep.
A little bit of veal. Be on our way.
It's their version of the little peanut butter crackers that you get when you go on a road trip.
Like a
Little sneaky little snack.
be a beef jerky stick.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've already know that this is not Richard's favorite issue. I think this is probably one of mine. This has got the most action in it. Tommy's an idiot. We get to see some cool stuff with some horde gold. I don't know. This kind of made me want to keep going, especially since it's an easy read. But at the same time, I just don't think I'm gonna care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of in the same thing. There's part of me that wants to know, but I'm thankful that we'll have the Richard notes to be able to, instead of the Cliff notes, we'll have Richard notes.
The Richard notes.
So we'll know what's going on there. But yeah, I as far as kind of comparing between them, yeah, I kind of like this one, but yeah, Tommy, he was very annoying during it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets more annoying. I'll say that. But then he does something cool at the end to kind of redeem himself. But he's pretty. There's a lot of annoying people in this arc.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a bit of a slog. I'll be honest with you. The first 15 issues are a bit of a slog. I do like, because it was just I'm 15 issues to wrap up this one arc. Good God.
Right? Yeah.
Now I know it the what the threat is changes, so that's why there's first it's the babies, then it's something else, and anyway, it's still interesting, and I just had this obsessive need to be like, what the fuck is up with this organization? What the fuck is up with the weird thing that she jabbed Tommy? What the fuck is up with the weird doll? Like, none of this gets answered, and I need to know.
Which, I mean, it hooked you. It got you to keep going.
Yeah, but that's not saying much for me. Because, like, I do that with, like, I watched 10 seasons of Smallville just so I could fucking see Superman, see Clark be in the Superman suit. So that, I mean, that doesn't...
For 15 seconds.
Yeah, not even 15 seconds, like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Tom Welling, that's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. This thing here, it's been optioned by Netflix, but I think it's an option hell. And then, I know it's an ongoing series.
Yeah.
Like you said, they got to a point where they did the origin story of Eric Slaughter. They've done a spin-off series. It's called House of Slaughter, which I've never heard anybody say anything good about that series at all. And it deals with a whole nother character, not even, like, not Erica, but another guy. And, like, him being from the first issue that I read, just him being at the house.
Is it Aaron?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Black guy?
Yeah, that's the guy that's on the phone with her.
Okay. This almost felt like a new recruit, so maybe it was a prequel that I was reading.
It has
maybe
to be
House
a
of
prequel.
Slaughter is a prequel then. Aaron sounds familiar though. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know where to go from here.
Yeah. To issue 6, that's where you go from here.
No. I know I definitely don't go there.
Maybe I can convince you off podcast when I just spoil the shit out of it. But I will not be doing it here.
Well, Jeremy, are you gonna? Well, you've already said you're not gonna keep going.
Yeah.
If Netflix pulled the trigger on this TV show, would you potentially go and watch that?
I guess maybe. I mean, I probably will because we'll probably have to review it or something.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. You have no choice in the matter.
So,
He's got a third.
yeah. But so, I mean, do I really care if they do or not? If they make it? No, I don't. I mean, just go watch Stranger Things. It's better.
I gotta be honest with you. Well, one, I mean, maybe because by the time maybe Stranger Things will finally be fucking done. I know it's coming out this December, but we'll see at this point. But I am hoping that because Stranger Things is done, maybe they will give this the attention and budget that it needs to be really good. Because this has potential of being a really cool Netflix series. Because, like, you could scrunch up all 15 issues and make that the first season.
Yeah.
And then you could maybe do the origin, like the starting half of the second season, and then what I'm reading for season 2. And then I haven't gone beyond that, so I don't know what's up for season 3. But this has a potential to be like a cool series, especially because they have like almost Harry Potter-esque, like different houses and different like things in the house, like different organizations in the houses. So you got the red bandanas, the white bandanas, the black bandanas, and all that stuff. So you could easily, I don't know, maybe grab that crowd in there, the YA crowd, if you will.
What's the why?
Young adult.
Oh.
He's just. I'm just gonna put you out of your misery, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Tommy style. Yeah, I mean, I would give it a season. Well, yeah, I'd probably give it a season. But honestly, like even after that, it better hook me, because otherwise, I'm not coming back for 2.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, if it's anything like this, I'm not coming back for 2. I just and on top of that, like it's not even just the story, but just the way Netflix does things, where it's like they may be like, oh yeah, we greenlit season 2. Oh, season 3, we're not doing anymore.
Yeah, no, I know.
We're gonna leave you as a cliffhanger.
Oh no, absolutely. when I was researching to see if they were getting a show, because this feels like it's kind of like a written as like a pitch for a show, I was like, who? And then I saw Netflix and I was like, oh no, like,
yeah,
this could go one of two ways. It could be really awesome, or it could be total ass.
Yeah.
And I'm very dubious about all that.
Like, I don't want to sit there and say that like maybe they'd have a better chance over at Amazon, but at the same time, Amazon's done kind of the same thing with some of their stuff as well.
Yeah.
So, and maybe it's because it's just not good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because like Paper Girls got season 1, and then they were like, nope, we're done.
Yeah.
Or it could be like HBO Max with Peacemaker now. Such a major cliffhanger.
Oh, that's such a sore spot. It's too soon, Jeremy. Too soon.
Oh.
See? He knows what I'm talking about. All right. Well, do y'all have any closing thoughts? I feel like we just kind of shat all over this.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, unfortunately. It was funny, like, my kids would ask, like, they sometimes ask me, like, what I'm doing for the podcast, and they ask me what this, and I said, I'm reading the comic. And they're like, oh, okay, what comic? So I'm just killing the children? They're like, oh, okay.
Go look at Daddy's browser history. Let's make sure.
So I don't know. It was it's not gonna be one that I'm gonna recommend. I mean, I guess, but at the same time, I could go off of what Richard says is, you know, maybe if you want to read it, just do it, but be ready to be in it for the long haul, for it to actually come full circle. It seems like so.
Yeah.
I'm not in it for the long haul.
yeah.
Would you recommend it, Richard? With you being so far in it, would you recommend somebody read this?
I would not. Like I said, the way I would recommend it is you go to Barnes & Noble and buy this volume per volume, like, or wait till it's all done and buy one giant, like, compendium of it. Like, I definitely don't do it. Like, I would be so pissed if I was reading this issue to issue.
Yeah.
Because I'd just be like, there's nothing. I'd have to reread. By the time like an issue came out, I have to go back and reread like the last 3 issues to remember what happened.
Yeah.
So how often do issues typically come out?
Usually once a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so what's funny about this is like, and one of the reasons I recommended this, first of all, I hadn't read it. The concept sounds really good. I like the concept of it. And I never heard anybody talk bad about it until it was like later on. And so it's weird that, like, I don't know, all 3 of us don't seem very impressed with this at all.
Yeah.
I do wonder, like, for you, Richard, what would you say if somebody was to take a chance at reading this? I know you're saying, like, volumes.
Yeah.
But, like, this is the first story arc here. We read the whole thing. And that hooked, you, because of the way you are.
Yeah.
But, like, it made me and Jeremy interested, but not interested enough to keep going on. So do you think volume 1 and 2 would be enough?
Yes, it's the first 15 issues really, which is I think volume 3. So it's the first 3 volumes, which is crazy to say. I'm not denying that at all. Like, that's crazy to say. It's like, no. You got to get all 3 volumes and then read that, and then it gets good. Like, it's like fucking One Piece. It's like you got to get to the like 900th episode and then it gets good.
That's funny. All right. Well, cool. Yeah, I can't recommend anybody read this. Like, I would totally tell somebody read Witches before I read this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah. I would be interested to read more of Witches because I know there were some other things that were coming
like
out.
A prequel or something. Yeah, I'm like, hey, Scott, what you doing? I know you're doing Absolute Batman and all that stuff, but like, can you do some more Witches? I'd love to see some more Witches.
Cool. Well, if y'all made it through the night, congratulations. We are going to be back next week, like always. We're going to be doing some more horror to finish out this spooky season. And we're going to be doing a review of Marvel Zombies, episodes 1 through 4. So the whole thing, the whole shebang. I say whole shebang. It's tied to What If, but we've already seen that. So Marvel Zombies next week. In the meantime, Jeremy, where can they find you at? I'll get to you in a second, Richard.
You can find me on Twitch under the handle Night Fury GTO. It's Night with a K. And you can find me here.
Awesome. Richard, it's your turn.
If you want to contact me directly, I have an X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram at Blue Skies, and a Threads. My handle is Night Curry. Night like day and night, and Curry with a K. If you want to contact us directly, we have a Gmail. Our Gmail is comicallycomicspodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to check us out on YouTube, possibly TikTok, we'll see, and Instagram, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics Podcast. And if you want to check us out on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics with an X.
Nice. You can find me on Instagram, eBay, and Shortbox22_comics. You can also find me on YouTube at 22 Comics. Thank y'all so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed as much as we did making it. With all that being said, say goodbye, Jeremy.
Bye, Jeremy.
Goodbye, Jeremy. Goodbye.
Bye, Jeremy. Happy Halloween.